Hey, what's up guys? Jose here at shreddeddad.com. In today's video, I'm going to show you my DIY plate-loaded lat pull-down setup. In this setup, I'm using 2 pulleys because I've noticed that tends to eliminate a lot of the motion that you see with one pulley systems where you have a lot of swinging at the bottom where the weight is. So I wanted to get more of a natural lat pull-down machine feel, and using 2 pulleys seems to eliminate a lot of the motion. Now I know there's a lot of variations when it comes to racks, so the whole purpose of this video is just to show you my setup so that you can get ideas for your own home gym. Now I'm going to show you what I got here. I got a PRX Performance Pro Rack. This rack folds up into the wall, so for that reason it doesn't have any cross members going this way or any cross members going back and forth. And for that reason, I'm going to be using the pull-up bar here as my anchor for my pulleys. Now at home, if you have cross members, then go ahead and feel free to use those because they're going to be very sturdy. I'm going to walk you through the setup and then I'll show you the materials you need and how I put it together. So at the bottom we have the weight on the loading pin. Off the loading pin you're going to have a cable. In my case I'm using the rail trainer, but you can use any cable. Now if we follow the cable up, it's going to go up to a pulley. That pulley is connected to a carabiner that's connected to a tie down strap around the pull-up bar. If you don't have a pull-up bar, you can use a cross member on your rack. And on this side we follow the cable. It's going to another pulley that's connected to a carabiner, and it's held down by a tie down strap around the pull-up bar. And down here we have whatever attachment you want to use. Now at the bottom here, this upside down spotter arm is going to serve as your lap bar. This is going to hold you down so that the weight doesn't pull you up when you're going heavy. And then on this side over here you have a bench. If you don't have a bench, you can substitute that for a chair. Here are the materials I'm using for the setup. Depending on what you have around your gym, your setup might be a little bit different, so feel free to modify it. Over here on this side I have the spotter arm. The spotter arm is going to serve as a lap bar, and I'm going to show you that later. Now right next to that you're going to have your attachment at the end of the cable. So I'm using a V-bar. Feel free to use whatever attachment you want. You're going to need a couple of tie down straps. These are very cheap. You can get them at your local hardware store, or I'll leave a link below this video. And then you're going to need a couple of pulleys with carabiners. I prefer to use no gap pulleys. No gap pulleys have no gaps on the sides here, so that prevents the cable from going in there and jamming. They're more expensive than cheaper pulley systems that you have, but they're definitely worth it. And you also want to make sure these are swivel pulleys. That's going to be better as well. Then you're going to need a loading pin. Now I use the rail trainer. The rail trainer is an adjustable cable pulley system that has the cable already in here and it's connected to the loading pin, but you don't need this. This is just what I use. So you'll need a loading pin, and then you're going to need a cable. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to anchor down our pulleys. So I have a pulley here with a carabiner on top of it, and then my tie down strap, one of the tie down straps. So I'm going to put it over the bar here. I'm going to insert the carabiner through the strap, and that one's ready to go. And we're going to do the same on the other side here. Throw the strap over the bar, insert the carabiner into the ends, and that one's ready to go. Believe it or not, this is the hardest step of the whole setup. Now I'm going to take you down to the bottom so we can bring the cable up through this pulley to the other pulley and then finish the setup. Now I'm at the bottom of the setup. This is where you have your weight, your loading pin, and then your cable will fall right on top of the loading pin. Now I'm using a rail trailer which retracts the cable, but you can use any cable. So from here we go up to the first pulley right on top of us. Now I'm at the first pulley, and what I'm going to do is insert the cable through that first pulley, and then we're going to work our way down to the other side. So I get to this pulley over here, do the same thing, insert the cable all the way through, and then up here we'll finish it off by attaching whatever accessory you want at the end of the pulley system. And then once you do that, it's ready to go, and then we're going to go down to the bottom to attach the lap bar and then the seat. So next what you want to do is you want to insert the spotter arm into your rack. What you want to do first is turn it upside down so that the flat side is going to be sitting on top of your thighs. Now you turn it all the way until your hole matches the hole in the rack here, and then you insert the pin here so that this stays in place. So now that I have my bench here, all that's left to do is slide under the upside down spotter arms, grab your handles, and get to work. And that's all there's to it. That's the whole setup for the DIY lat pull down. What I'll do is I'll leave links below this video for all the pieces of equipment that I used here. If you like the information in this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments and questions down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest uploads. For more DIY gym equipment ideas and for home equipment reviews, make sure you also visit my website. shreddeddad.com.